Okay, let me do the smartboard training. What we want to focus on today is over here on these tabs. So the first one is your pages. You can see if I have multiple pages, it'll have them here. The next one is your gallery. That's the one we're going to focus on. The next one is your files, so you can actually attach files here. So if you have a lesson and then you have a Word document or anything else, you can attach it here. Over here is your properties. So if you have a shape or something, you can adjust the properties. And this one, that's more advanced. We'll talk about that way later. So on your gallery, if you're going to use a picture, whatever you're going to use, I always look here because it's already formatted. So we're going to do dog. We're going to search for it. And so then we have related folders. These are folders that have anything to do with dog. These are your pictures. That's what we'll click on. You have interactive and multimedia. I'll show you that later. Then we have notebook, files, and pages. So we'll go pictures. And then you just click on a picture and drag it out. And then it'll put it right on yours. You can click as many as you want, drag as many as you want. You can format these by grabbing the corner, making it smaller, however you want to use them. I'll show you a few of the interactive ones I like. I like the dice. And you have pictures, but I want pictures, I want interactive. So I'm going to drag this one out here. Now when I click on it, it'll roll, come up with a random number. This toolbar, you can adjust it, so you can have more than one dice in this. You can have traditional, you can have text, or you can have custom, and you can drag and put your picture in each of the sides. I'm going to go with traditional. You can also adjust the color. So the way I like to do it is I like to have a dice. If I want more than one, I just clone it. And now I have two dice. So you can do lots of different things with this. But that's one that I like. Another one that I like is the spinner. So I have interactive. I'm going to drag the spinner out. Now when I click on the spinner, it'll spin to whatever I want. I can adjust it so I can have more segments. And then I can add text to the segments. So you can put different names in there. I'm just going to do numbers. And then I can spin it. And whenever I click on it on my smartboard, it'll just spin for me and come up with a random number. There's different activities you can do with this. One activity I like to do is if I have the kids on each of their whiteboards draw 5 lines, then I spin it, and they have to put that number in one of the spots. And then whoever has the biggest number or the smallest number, whatever, is the winner. Just a little like, oh, I've got 5 minutes left, let's play a quick game. They seem to like that one, so I can spin it. So I have to put a 8 somewhere in here, then spin it again, and then I have to put a 7 somewhere in here. Fun little game. Also, in the interactives, they have a timer. So on this timer, you can set it for however many minutes you want. You can, once again, you can adjust it. You can make it count up, count down. You can make a noise when it's done. You can do a circle. And then this, just as it goes around, will decrease. So you can play. You can see that it's going around. You can do where you want it to go to the last slide when you're done with that time, whatever you want to do. But those are some that I like. Now, the other feature I want to show you is over here when we're in our gallery. If you go up to the top, you have one that's called My Content. The Gallery Essentials are where all of these pictures are, but the My Content. Let's say you created this spinner. What you do is you grab it. Oops. You grab it and you just put it into My Content. We want this red dice in My Content. And so now I have, these are pictures that I've had earlier, but in the interactive I have my spinner. Let's see if I can get my dice. There's my dice. I can put my dice in here. And there it is. You can rename them. Just click on it. Oh, my computer's being slow. And we're going to go 10. Actually, it's a 9 spinner. And then you can have that whenever you want. So it'll always be there when you open your notebook file. Let's say that you took a picture off of the internet that you really liked. You can put that there, put it into My Content. It'll always be under Pictures. That's what I did here. Whatever you're going to use multiple times, just drag it into My Content and then it'll always be there. One other one that I wanted to show you was if I do lined paper, and not in pictures but in backgrounds. Now I want lined paper large, and it becomes the background. So I can write on it, I can erase it, and the lines won't change because it's actually a background. It's not an object, it's not a image. So I can select this, hit delete, and it will delete it all, but it won't delete my lined page. So I can write on my lined page. Now let's say you want to save this. You can't click and drag it over, so you just take your little gear here, click on it, add current page to My Content. And now in backgrounds I have a lined piece of paper, so I can pull that out. Put it on there. Do I want it on all pages, just my current group, or the current page only? I'm going to do all pages. And now all pages will have lined paper. So I know you can't see it, but all of my pages have lined paper. One last thing I want to